Hello and welcome to Craft and Chat. I'm Amanda Fowler. It's Tuesday, the 18th of March. Thank you so much for joining me, whether you're watching live or on the replay. If you are watching live, can you do me a sound and light check, please? And if you're watching the replay, do leave comments. I do answer them and with your questions and yeah. Questions and comments, and be aware there's probably 20 minutes ish of chatting to begin with, and then I will be doing some crafting. So how are we? Do let me know how you are and what you've been up to since the last time we chatted. I have been pretty busy. Those of you that follow me on Facebook and Instagram will know that I was in Strasbourg last week for the European Stampin' Up on Stage, which is basically our annual convention. And we gather together for two and a half days. And we get to see lots of new things. We get to do lots of crafting, get lots of sneak peeks. I might have also got one of these, which is the new catalogue, which is very exciting, but I'm not allowed to show you what's inside. I can show you the front, but that's it. But I do have the new colours to show you today. So it's quite a way off. That new catalogue doesn't launch until the 5th of May. That's a long way out. I don't know, 7 weeks, 8 weeks, something like that. So I thought what I'd do is over the next few craft and chats, I'll bring in a few new things each time. And we will sort of dip our toe in the water there. Okay, so Liz is here, and apparently I'm loud and clear on YouTube. Thank you, Liz. Mum's here. Pauline to everybody else. Hello. Margaret's here. Sunny in Oxfordshire today. Awesome. I did have a great time. Yeah, I'm going to tell you all about it in a minute. Donna's here. Oh, thank you, Donna. Donna's from Australia, and she's been commenting on my Instagram pictures. Yeah, it's been lots of fun. Good afternoon, Scylla. It is sunny. Yeah, so it's sunny in Oxfordshire. It is sunny in Fareham. It's beautiful out. Yeah, even got washing on the line. So that's got to be good. Hi, Anne. Sunny in Suffolk. Hooray, Sue. She's got me live. And Lorraine is saying hello to everybody. So awesome. Good to see you all. Okay, so we did have great adventures in Strasbourg. I had some of my team with me. And we obviously during the day and into one of the evenings, we were doing some crafting and attending classes and things at on stage. But we also sort of got a chance to go out for a wander and a bit of sightseeing. We had most amazing dinner on Saturday night. For any of you that know that area of France, it's right on the border. And Strasbourg's actually got quite a turbulent history of kind of being on both sides of the French-German border. But one of the dishes, and I don't know how to say it, one of the regional dishes is spatzali. I don't know. Anyway, that's what I think it is, but I'm not sure. And one of the team had arranged for a restaurant, a team dinner. And honestly, it was the best plate of food I had the whole time we were away. So the spaziali are like, it's like a pasta-y noodle, but the way they make it is they put the dough onto it's basically like a huge cheese grater, and they kind of slide it and push it through, and it makes these little, that kind of size, little dumpling type noodly things. There's nothing inside them, but basically they cook them in boiling water. And then this particular restaurant, I don't know again whether this is traditional or not, that particular restaurant, then they fry them in butter. Why is everything better fried in butter? And I had it with a mushroom cream sauce. Oh, it was amazing. So yeah, so that was really, really good. I also had some French pastries. I did put some of the pictures up. But yeah, it was really lovely. So we managed to do a little bit of sightseeing and things, not a huge amount, but if you get the opportunity to go to Strasbourg, it is beautiful. The old town, the beautiful houses, there's waterways running through the city. Every corner is another cafe and restaurant and so on. It was just really, really lovely. So yeah, it was a really, really good trip. We saw lots of things from Stampin' Up's world. We saw lots of new stuff. I'm very excited about the things that are coming. My scrapbooking people, we do have albums coming. Hooray! And we've got Stampin' Up are doing an event in July, a scrapbooking event. Once I know a bit more about it, I will talk to you, because my plan was to do a scrapbooking class workshop, where we can sort of come together and scrapbook live, online live. Does that make sense? So I don't know how that is going to fit with what I had in my head. So once I have details, I will share them with you, and we can figure out what we're going to do. What else? Lots of different styles of stamps and different things, and lots of things that are staying, which is really cool. So things like, do you remember the lavender papers? Well, they are current, actually. Let me see. Let's see if I can find them. I don't know. I'm flicking through the pages and I don't know where they are. But the perennial lavenders. So those of you that did the spring retreat with me last year, the papers included in that carried forward. Well, they're carrying forward again. So we've got them for another year, which is amazing. So one of the things that I will say is, if you want to treat yourself, I have the spring retreat that I did last year with those lavender papers is going to be available as an on-demand class. So keep an eye out on your emails for me sending out that information. I've just got to sort it out on my blog. But as soon as I've done that, and that's really exciting because that's going to stay for another year. So I'm very happy. Maureen's here. Hello, Maureen. How are you? Lorraine's had spaziali in Austria and it was delicious. Yeah. Yes, Donna, it was yummy. So yeah, so what else do I have to tell you? So that we've got albums coming, there's a scrapbooking thing coming, there's Lots of new stamps, lots of new papers, some very cool papers, quite a lot of, yeah, kind of different things. So yeah, I'm really excited. Hang on, I'm just reaching down. Oh, I want to show you this, and I can't remember whether I've shown this to you on Instagram and Facebook already, but I am loving this. So look at this. This is a new stamp set, and it's called Along These Lines, and basically it the style of the artwork is like a single pencil line, and it's a really trendy, fashionable thing to have artwork that is just a single pencil line. But look at that puppy. Seriously, look at that dog. And the rose and all of it. It's just amazing. I'm really excited. I've got like 17 ideas with this stamp set. I just need 10 minutes. 10 minutes to get on with it. Not going to happen. Not for a few weeks. Ali's saying it's squiggles. Yeah, it is squiggles. It's so cool. Oh no, I've gone blurry. Darn. Okay. I don't know why that's doing that. I'm so sorry for those of you that are having an issue with it going blurry. My Wi-Fi is not working properly. So just bear with me a second. I'm just going to check a couple of things and see if we can get it. Oh dear. I don't know why. Okay, I'm going to keep talking because I'm hoping that even though I'm blurry, you can still hear me. That's just so weird. I'll be back in just 1 second. Connor, have you got anything running at the moment? Okay. Ali's saying that she's going to leave and come back out again. Sadly, that's not going to help. But I can see. Yeah, should. It happened after I did a close-up of the stamp set. Okay, so if I do that, is that any better? Darn. Okay. The Wi-Fi seems to be coming back up. Okay. So I don't know what that was. It should be better now. Yeah. Okay. I don't know why it's done that. Okay. Sorry. Thank you for hanging on in there with me. Okay. So, let's go back to the squiggles. I'm very excited about the squiggles. But this week I have got all kinds of craziness going on. I've got finishing of events. I've got class on Saturday. I've got a show on Sunday. I've got my spring retreat the following weekend. It's all busy. But I do need to tell you a funny story just before I get on to the new colours and do some crafting. Many of you know I'm accident prone. I also bruise really, really easily. And on Sunday afternoon, the most of the team had kind of headed back to their respective hotels. So I wanted just to go and do last little bit of sightseeing. And then I was heading back to my hotel to get packed to come home yesterday. And I was walking along one of the riverbanks. And I'd seen, sort of from the distance, I'd seen a coffee shop. And I thought, I'll drop in, have a cup of tea, maybe have a cake, and read my book for a little bit, have a little chill out, and then head back, do a bit more sightseeing, and then head back to my hotel. And as I was walking towards this cafe, what I hadn't realised was I was sort of walking along, and the path, or the area where the coffee shop was sort of sloping away, or sloping up, should I say. So I was walking along the flats, but where the coffee shop was kind of raised. And I stepped, and I was obviously walking forwards, hadn't realised that there was a step this high on my right-hand side, smacked my foot on this step and went over like a sack of potatoes. So I smashed my shoulder, this part of my arm, my hip, my knee took the brunt of it, and it's grazed and it's black and blue. Yeah, it was a big crash. And there were some young people, students, I think, that came rushing over to me and going, "Madam, madam." And I'm like, I'm sort of all in a daze, and it's like, oh my goodness, I am that dotty old woman that cannot even or walk in a straight line or without falling over. Yeah. It's now hysterical. It wasn't funny at the time. But yeah, so I deserved my cup of tea and my cake after injuring myself. It's really weird though. I hadn't realized how many times I kneel down. I was taking some photos today of some projects, and I kneel down to take the photos. It just so many times, and I'm injured, but you know, the cake was worth it. So just don't get distracted by thinking you're going to go and get cake, because seriously. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, turn the camera around, and I'm going to show you the new colours. And what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to show you all of them. But I'm also going to do a little bit of a comparison, because it's actually really difficult sometimes to judge the colours on the screen. But if you can see it next to a colour you've already seen, if that makes sense, then it kind of makes you understand, I guess, how it kind of fits with our colors. Now, just to remind you, the 2023-2025 colors are going. So that's Moody Mauve, Wild Wheat, Boho Blue, Pebble Path, and another one. Da, 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 da. Copper Clay are going. So kind of please get your re-inkers and your cardstock if you want any, or an ink pad as well. So let's get this camera turned round. So I can show you the new colors. Okay. So looking at the camera at the moment, these are actually, oh, that's really interesting. So the first 4 colors on camera on my monitor look lighter than they are in real life. And this one looks darker than it is in real life. How funny is that? Oh, Donna falls up the steps too. Thanks, Han. So let me find my bit of paper with my list of colors, which is disappeared. Oh, okay. Never mind. I will see if I can remember the names, because this is always the tricky part. New colors and trying to remember. So this first one, this orange is called Timid Tiger. Then you've got Darling Duckling, Cloud Sky. We're going to come back to this one because I've got some not so great news about this one, but we've got that one. This is Strawberry Slush. Strawberry Slush is back, which is very cool. And then this one is Secret Sea. No prizes for guessing or which one is my favorite, because it's this one. Because it's blue. This is kind of blue, but this one, we've got sad news about this one. So let me get on with the sad news first. Cloudy Sky. We've got the cardstock, or Cloud Sky, not Cloudy Sky, Cloud Sky. We've got the cardstock. We will be getting markers, but currently we are not getting an ink pad. Basically, what's happened is the color, when they've tested the color has started to shift, and ink pads and the pigments in them, obviously they're all chemicals. And what Stampin' Up do is when they design a new color and they test out all the ink, what they actually do is they test it and they run it through all kinds of weird processes, including like heat and stress testing and all sorts of things, in order to make sure that the color stays stable. Sadly, this color is not staying stable. It's kind of a blue, gray, purple, very slight purpley tint, but more blue gray, and it's just not staying steady. So there's no ink pad. I don't know what that's actually going to do, because normally I would run an in color club, but there won't be an ink pad to go with it. So I might just do it with the other 4 colors. We'll see. So that's the first thing. So let me just show you the blues with that one, and then we'll come back to the other colors. So that's Cloud Sky. So that is Balmy Blue. So you can see against Balmy Blue, it's much grayer. That's Pool Party. That's that's Smoky Slate. So this is what I mean about it being interesting. Look, so that's Balmy Blue, and this looks grey. But if you put a grey next to it, it's definitely blue. It's like crazy. And then this one is grey granite, and then Lost Lagoon. So it's kind of a grey blue is the colour. So that's one. Strawberry Slush. Now, most of you have seen Strawberry Slush before, because it was an in colour. I'm really pleased to see it back because it was actually one of my favourite pinks. Because it's reasonably bright without being in your face and smacking you around the head. It's a mid pink. So that's Melon Mambo. That's Calypso Coral. No, that's not. That is not Calypso. What colour is that? That's Calypso. Oh, that's Flirty Flamingo. Let's try that again. That's Pretty in Pink. And that's Berry Burst. So you can kind of see, again, with these colours, it kind of sits, like I say, in the middle-ish. So that's really cool. So that's that one. Darling Duckling. So again, it's a mid-tone yellow. I thought it was brighter than it actually is, if that makes sense. It's quite a soft colour. So what have we got? So that's Daffodil. And Daffodil is quite a bright yellow. And you can see this has got more of a green tone to it. There's a bit more green in it. That's Lemon Lolly. Obviously, it's much darker than Lemon Lolly. And that's Crushed Curry. So again, it's going to be like a mid-tone, but it's on the green end of yellow. Then Timid Tiger. I don't know who they got naming the colours this time round. Tigers shouldn't be timid, should they? Not really. So that is Pumpkin Pie. So this looks pinker. So Pumpkin Pie is True Orange. This looks pinker. I put in some Peach Pie, which is one of the other colours, because I wanted to see how similar it was. And actually on screen, it doesn't look as similar, but it is a really nice combo, those two colours together. And that is a Calypso Coral, which I kind of thought it would be similar to, but it's not at all. So again, it's a middle tone of those oranges. So anybody who thinks Stampin' Up know what they're doing where colour's concerned, eh? And then here we go, Secret C. I was really worried there was going to be no blue and I was going to be really sad. But it's blue. It's blue. And so I wanted to show you next to Night of Navy. So Night of Navy to me is a proper navy, true navy. This is on the grey end of the blue, but it's quite dark. So obviously, if you then put it next to Misty Moonlight, they go amazingly well together. So yeah, you're going to see so many things with these two colors. It works really well. So I thought I'd put a grey in as well. So again, isn't that really interesting? Because the second you put grey on top, this looks blue. But when you put blue on top, it looks grey. This is magic, isn't it? And when you look at it, it's really, really dark. But if you put it next to black, you can see again, it's not completely dark. So there we go. So they're the sort of colors. So this is Secrecy. So I'm very, very excited. Yes, Ali, it is witchcraft. It's just magic. I don't understand, but it's very cool. So I am truly, truly excited and thrilled about these new colors. We even got to do a color chart on stage. So you know, they just look beautiful. We're going to have to just cover that over because that's not going to be happening. But these are awesome, and the cardstock color is going to be in existence, and we'll be able to color stamps with the markers. But I'm really excited about these new colors. It's going to be good. Right. So what I thought I would do today is a little bit of kit crafting with one of the newest kits. It's called Heirloom Arrangements. Now, I haven't done anything with this kit, and I wanted to kind of share it with you because it's a little bit different to our normal kit. So I just wanted to show it to you kind of, you know, a bit closer. So I've taken the plastic off. That's all I've done just because I didn't want to fight with it on camera. So it comes in a box like this. I've just stuck this was the label that was on the plastic because it's not stuck to the box. So I just wanted to make sure I knew which kit it was. They always come with instructions, but this set of instructions is different. So normally our kits, you pick them up and you can go step by step for all of the cards or the 3D items, whatever the projects. And if you want to, you can just make everything exactly the same as the instructions. This kit is designed to give you a lot more creative freedom. Now, I've talked a lot recently about why I love kits. And for me personally, sometimes I'm just in a bit of a creative slump. And I don't know, do you guys get that? Where you really want to make something, but you just can't figure out what it is that you want to do. Or you sit and you stare at your stuff and you don't know what to do. So I use kits when I want to make something and I just want to sort of follow along. But this kit has multiple options. So you can follow along with these two cards. I'm actually going to make one of these two cards here. And then they give you another 6 designs. And you can make all of those designs if you want to. Or you can do what I'm going to do for the second card, which is just play around with the parts and the pieces and just make something that you've designed. So I'm just going to fold that up so that you'll be able to see this piece, because I'm going to do that in a minute. I'll bring it back in again when we've gone through what's in the kit. So this is a kit that has stamps, and now Stampin' Up have got these labels that will go with the stamps, so you can put them with your stamps so that you can actually see them. Ali's saying she's in that mood now, and Lorraine's saying the kit's awesome. That is fab. So this is easier for you to see. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different word stamps, a beautiful butterfly, and then this grid pattern, vintage grid pattern. You then get an acrylic block, and these blocks are really cool. They're quite thin. They're the same size as a D block. They work really well, and the best thing about them is obviously they're quite lightweight. So I often take kits with me when I go away, and having a thinner block rather than one of our thicker, more heavy duty blocks is great. So as well as the block, you get an ink spot. In this set, it's pumpkin pie. I've actually got my full size here, so I'm actually going to use that. But you always get an ink spot when you get a stamp set. So everything that you need is included. So they make great gifts. So you've got double-sided tape and dimensionals. And again, my Tombo's here. I'll be using that and the dimensionals. But it's designed for you to just use what's in the kit. There are envelopes, and there are 8 envelopes, 2 different designs. So they're plain white envelopes, but one on the inside has got this sort of text. It's garden kind of inspired, and then one's got this broken grid. Then you've got all of these die cut sheets. Now these are florals, and I'm just going to grab one of those just to show you. Now they're not flimsy paper, they are cardstock. They're beautifully printed, and they're beautifully die cut. So they've got that perfect little white border all the way around. So you've got that sheet. You've got a sheet with butterflies, and then you've got tags. And look at these. So you've got more tags. You've got things that look like a postage stamp. You've got big elements. So you've got elements like this that would work just on a card with a sentiment on it. You know, so there's going to be lots of leftover pieces once you've finished. Then there are vellum pieces. So these are you can see they work beautifully both sides. This is the darker side. This is the way it's designed to go. But you've got sort of ferns and flowers, which is really lovely. You've got more banners, hexagons. You've got these little pieces which are for your sentiments. More elements, and then you've got your cards. So the cards, you've got 2 pink ones and 2 blue ones that have the same sort of text, broken down text on them. And then you've got 4 again of the ones with the grid. These ones are sort of pecan pie, and these are the pink. And I'm not sure actually which pink it is. Let me see. So on the back of this, it's got some coordinating colours. So cherry cobbler, pretty in pink. So that's the colour. Okay, so let's just make this one first together, and then we'll play, make something else. So I'm just going to reinforce that, and this is printed on both sides. Be aware it's got text on it, so make sure that the text is the right way up. Ask me how I know. that is important. Okay, so the first thing it is suggesting you do is decorate your envelope. No naked envelopes here. Okay, so it says to use that envelope, so the text is the same. And like I said, I'm actually going to use my pecan pie, my larger ink pad, just so I don't have to open up the little one. So in section 1, and I am just stamping that down. Ooh, I'll clean that off. My little butterfly. There we go. Okay. That's really cool. And I need to put that butterfly down there on the front as well. It's really cool, isn't it? Right, so let's reinforce that. So that is ready to go. Okay, so that's number 1. So then number 2 is to get the pink banner. So that's that one. And the hexagon with the flowers. And the blue and black butterfly. Actually, that looks like Lost Lagoon to me. That's that one. And then I think that's a Bellamy. No, not. I'm looking for flowers. So that's one of the flowers. That's that one. And then let's look. Aha. Yeah, it is vellum. I thought it was. I looked at it and thought, oh, I think that's vellum, but then I wasn't sure. So we've got a vellum piece, floral piece, butterflies, a butterfly, this beautiful hexagon, And then this piece. Now, obviously, what it's doing here is showcasing where to put the tape. As I said, I've got my Tombow, but clearly you can use the tape. That's what it's there for. So I am just painting by numbers here. I am just following the pictures. So that's going down flat because it's tape. That's going down flat because it's tape. I'm just going to curl up that end. So just because I'm following what it says doesn't mean I have to follow it. Exactly. Then we put the florals on. So the vellum goes on first. Now, vellum is one of those things that I get asked about most often about glue. And it is almost impossible to use glue on a vellum piece and it not be shown. Your best bet is always, always, always to hide it. So you can hide it by putting something over the top of it. You can hide it with embellishments. You can hide it with a sentiment banner, all sorts of things. I'm actually going to use my glue dots because for me, glue dots tend to be the best thing to stick it down with. So I'm just going to put a couple of glue dots on here. She says, famous last words. Hi, Hazel. Thanks for joining us. How are you? Oh, Lorraine said that she's been crafting with her 14-year-old granddaughter, and she loved the creativity of it. Yeah, I think I do wonder if currently, because obviously I found a Christmas shop in Strasbourg, I do wonder if my brain started to go into Christmas mode. It's possible that that's what my brain started to do. But I do think that these kits make great gifts. You know, and this type of kit, because it's got everything in it, it is perfect for you to give as a gift. So I'm going to use the For You, which is the recommended stamp for this particular card, on one of these little tags. And then you can just pop it out. Now, sometimes, I don't know how easy you're going to be able to see that. Sometimes, because of the way it's die cut, it's got like little tags, little bumpy bits. Just run your nail along it. Or you can run a nail file along it, actually, if you want to. But if you just run your nail along it, it will just stop it from being a little bit fluffy. Good to hear it, Hazel. Okay, so that is going to go up there. But again, just because it says you should do it a certain way doesn't mean you have to. So I'm just making this smaller. There we go. I'm going to pop that just there. And curl up your butterfly because they always need to look as though they're in flight. And pop that down. There we go. So how beautiful is that? You've got lots of movement with all the different layers and different parts and pieces. Therese is here. France is here. I was in Strasbourg to read yesterday. Very beautiful. There we go. So there's one card. So what I'm going to do now, let me just show you. You've got another one here, and then you've got another 6. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use one of the other card bases. She says famous last words. I'm going to use the different styles. So obviously I've used the one with the text on it. So I'm going to use the one with the grid. And let's see. What we can play with. Oh, see, I really liked that piece. And so let's, oh, you see, and then you go, oh, and what about that? And oh, what about that? And oh. So I really liked that. Now, once you start going a little bit off-piste, you can start bringing in things like other stamp sets. Equally, here's another Amanda's top tip. Where these cards are printed on both sides, I love it because it makes a really special card because printed on both sides. But if you wanted to, you could cut it in half. You could die cut out of one half and then mat the other half on a card front, or you could get 2 card fronts out. So you could use this as a designer series paper or a patterned paper. Okay, so we've got this and this, and I think let's go with pink and more pink. There's no such thing as too much pink, is there? You're going to start saying step away from the pink, Amanda, in a minute. Let's go with something deeper green. That's too dark. Go with this one. That's tonally better. That's good. How many minutes have I got? I've got 5 minutes. So potentially I can make 2 cards. Let's see. Let's get a little happy birthday in there. And the dimensionals. I'm going to build up from this section. And for those of you that scrapbook as well as card make, or those of you that just scrapbook, this kit actually would make a great mini album. You could add all sorts of different things in, or just use the die cut pieces, use the cards for something else completely, and then use the die cut pieces on your scrapbook pages. Let me just move that over a bit. That's too far that way. So I'm just going to put a couple of glue dots there. There we go. And oh, so pretty. Let's pop that down. So again, I'm just covering over that vellum so that it's not you can't see the glue. And then we'll just add in a butterfly there. There we go. So we've got time for one more. I think we probably have, if I'm quick. Let's go. Oh, hang on. Yeah, let's do a really just deciding. Do a really, yeah. Nice, simple piece. Although I'm going to get distracted and then end up doing lots of different things. So let's pull that together. Pull that back. Okay. I'm just pulling the tones together that I'm actually wanting to work together. So I've got obviously the pecan pie here. I've got some pinks and the browns. So let's just pull that one. Can you see how it just, you pull a little bit and then something else will pop out and something else will pop out. And it just makes it easy. That floral there. And I mean, I love things that go together tonally. It's one of my favorite styles of things to pull together. I'm just wondering. Yeah. Okay. So let's see how this comes together. Not sure that I need that. I need my sentiment can go on there. I'm going to use my happy birthday again. I'm going to pop that down there. So my sentiment's down. Get this one stuck down. And each time with these banners, I'm just curling the tail part up. So what that actually does is it just gives a little bit of movement just there. And then get the dimensionals. Look at the state of my desk. Oh, I love it. You start out all tidy and then you just throw everything about. I don't know whether I'm going to put both butterflies on, we'll see. I'm going to pop that there. butterfly there. So I've stuck it flat, but I'm going to sneak in a little dimensional under its wing just there, just to kind of support it. I don't want it. So I want this bit to kind of be moving quite freely, but I just wanted it a bit more secure. Oh no, I don't know now. Actually, where was that? Where did that other flower go that I took off? That needs to come here. Oh, I want something here. Let's see. Let's find something. Nope. I'm hoping you're all going, yeah, Amanda, that's me. Exactly. That's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be going, oh, what can I put in? And then complete indecision. So I know what sort of thing I want. It's just finding the thing. So let's pull that piece. It's just a little bit of more movement. There we go. Can you look? Can you see? It just adds a tiny bit more movement. So there we go. So let's just get some glue dots on. So I think, you know, if you are wanting a treat yourself kit, something that you can take away with you. I'm just gonna trim that stalk off just there. This would work beautifully. But like I said before, it also works so well as a gift. There we go. So I'll save all those other pieces. Right. Let me just scoop all this up. And what I'm actually going to do when I've finished is pop all these pieces out and put them in one of the envelopes in the box. So it's just easy then to fish them all out. So there you go. So I've done three cards. So this one in the middle is one of the patterns from the instructions, and then just in what 10-15 minutes we've created two more cards, and you've got a mountain. You've got way more elements than you could possibly need for the 8 cards. So thank you so much for joining me. The next Craft and Chat will be in a couple of weeks. It's on the 1st of April. I will make sure to put a holding like a, I don't know what it's called actually. It's like a holding banner for with like a countdown, so you can click on the notification bell if you're in YouTube, and it will remind you when I'm going live. But so the next Craft and Chat will be Tuesday, the 1st of April at 2 o'clock. I hope you have a great rest of your week. I will see you very soon, and take care. Goodbye.